In 1977, NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft captures the first image of the Earth and its moon from a distance of 1.6 million miles. 2 years later, in 1979, it passes by Io, one of Jupiter's moons, and reveals the presence of active volcanoes on its surface. By 1980, Voyager 1 completes its flyby of Saturn. Fast forward to 2012, it exits our solar system, officially entering interstellar space. Meanwhile, back on Earth, a squad of American soldiers is engaged in a mission deep within hostile territory. They're nearly ambushed by 2 enemies but respond swiftly and eliminate the threat. Explosions echo in the distance as the team pushes forward, dispatching any adversary that crosses their path. They ascend a staircase to reach a balcony where snipers set up and begin taking out enemies below. The rest of the group clears the building, eliminating every foe they find. Dozens are gunned down without hesitation until the structure is secured. Once outside again, the team watches jets roar overhead while continuing to fight. But around the next corner, they're met by an entire enemy squad lying in wait. The firefight begins instantly. Despite their skill, the soldiers are outnumbered and forced to fall back. As they retreat, one of them is shot and Rhodey carries him. Gunfire surrounds them as they scramble for cover and return fire. Rhodey wants to tend to the wound, but he's forced to keep shooting. When he finally checks again, the soldier is already dead. Another enemy squad moves in, and the team is now cornered. They call for backup over the radio. Suddenly, the skies turn dark, and a crimson light shines through thick clouds above. Both sides freeze as a bizarre object appears overhead and emits a powerful beam that instantly wipes out the entire enemy squad. The light shifts to white and glows brighter before unleashing an electric pulse. It strikes the American soldiers and pulls them into the object. Inside, an alien figure restrains them for experimentation. The soldiers see glimpses of their past in the battlefield just before blacking out. Later, they awaken frozen inside a strange containment pod. The system powers down and they're ejected, coughing up fluid from their lungs. Jax identifies it as stasis resin and says it should dissolve soon, though he doesn't know how he knows that. Confused, the group assumes they've been captured by Russians or the Chinese, but the writing on the equipment is clearly not human. Reyes finds a tag listing their names and unit numbers, but doesn't know how he recognized it. All their weapons are loaded, and the last thing they recall is the street battle and the lightning. Their leader, Kelly, urges them to move before whoever brought them here returns. They reach a large circular door at the hallway's end, but the button won't open it, so they force it manually. Continuing through the next hallway, they reach another door, this one twisted off its hinges. Rhodey notices a nearby vent and sends Reyes in to scout. With a light in his mouth, Reyes crawls through the tight shaft, following the only path with visible light. Eventually, he finds a hatch and exits, then calls for the others to join. From this side, they notice burn marks and dents on the door, signs that someone or something was trying hard to get inside. The place feels like a labyrinth, and Nash speculates it's a secret underwater prison. Strange sounds prompt them to keep moving. In the following corridor, they spot a blood trail on the floor. A nearby clamp shows the power has failed, which explains why the machine shut down and released them. In the next chamber, fog covers the ground. A drop of blood hits Raya's face, and when he looks up, he sees dozens of headless corpses hanging upside down. Kelly, Gibbs, and Reyes enter another room where they find a similar body over a strange table, and a handcuffed woman who wakes up speaking a foreign language. The team frees her by pulling a lever. Just then, a monstrous alien emerges and slashes Gibbs with massive claws before hurling him. Back in the foggy room, Nash discovers a strange alien weapon. Hearing the chaos, the others rush in and open fire. Their bullets barely affect the creature's armor, and it knocks the men down effortlessly. When Kelly tries to shoot, the alien disarms him and lifts him by the neck before tossing him aside. As the monster attacks Jax, Nash tosses the new weapon to Rhodey, who manages to activate it and blast the alien backward. Thinking it's dead, they move closer, but it lets out a roar, until the woman, Robbie, finishes it off with a final shot. She speaks again in her language, then walks away. Realizing Gibbs is gone, the team follows her. In the next hall, Kelly stuns Robbie by speaking her language. Suddenly, another alien appears and opens fire, hitting Robbie. More creatures show up behind it and unleash a barrage. The soldiers grab Robbie and flee as a chaotic chase begins. They find cover in another corridor, and when Robbie spots a lever, she pulls it to shut the door. Kelly jams it with a knife and tells Jax to help Robbie find a way out. The aliens pound on the door, so the rest of the squad backs off. Jax and Robbie climb into a hole full of cables and squeeze through to a vent. Reyes stays behind to distract the aliens. When the door breaks open, Reyes shoots the first alien, causing the door to shut again, but the others press through. He flees toward the vent, but an alien grabs his leg. As it drags him back, Rhodey blows off the creature's head. Eventually, the group finds another room and shoves aside debris to enter. When they learn Reyes didn't make it, Nash panics, shouting about the aliens. Kelly calms him, then questions how Rhodey knew how to use the alien weapon. But Rhodey has no answers. Jax tends to Robbie's wounds, but she insists she's fine. Kelly, somehow understanding her Russian, translates. He asks more questions and she calls them sleepers, confirming the creatures are aliens. She also reveals they're aboard a spacecraft and switches to English. Robbie says they must head to a safe zone. Nash continues to panic until Rhodey threatens him. Robbie cuts in and urges them to stay focused. Meanwhile, the aliens mutilate Reyes and use a device to access his memories, learning what the team knows. Guided by the new intel, the leader reaches the sealed door and activates a gadget on its gauntlet. In another corridor, Robbie explains that the scarred alien is their leader, and it commands dozens more. She warns of motion sensors throughout the ship and says the aliens are looking for food. In the next chamber, they cross a bridge suspended over a massive void illuminated by thousands of tiny lights. Jax examines one closely and realizes they're capsules, each holding a body. Robbie calls them sleepers and insists they keep moving. In a nearby hallway, the group rests while Kelly tends to Robbie's injury. They share memories of their lives before the war. Kelly mentions his divorce and daughter, while Nash wonders if these are demons, not aliens, and if this is the biblical rapture. They soon discover a hangar packed with containers. Robbie says they hold stolen items from Earth. Rhodey suspects the aliens are advancing to trap them. Kelly agrees and wants to fight, even though Robbie warns against it. Jax volunteers as bait and enters the hall singing. The aliens follow his voice, and he fires a few rounds before sprinting away. They chase, blasting lasers as he dodges and returns fire. Jax leads them into the hangar where Nash, in sniper position, kills one. The team surrounds the aliens and eliminates them one by one. But Robbie says it was too easy, and she's right. A new squad arrives, this time with powerful shields. The soldiers flee, and Nash leaps between containers to regroup. As they run, Jax is shot in the back and dies instantly. A furious Nash guns down the attacker. The survivors flee down a corridor and trade fire until Robbie finds a handle to close the door. Aliens approach from the other side too, so they escape through a wall hatch. Sliding down a tunnel, they land in a pit of rotting flesh and skeletons, triggering their gag reflex. Nash panics again, and Kelly shuts him down. Suddenly, a voice calls from above. Robbie looks up. It's her mother, Anya, who tosses down a rope. The women reunite, and the soldiers climb up too. Kelly notices Anya's uniform. She's Russian. Anya leads them carefully past wall sensors to a trap door and down into a basement lined with painted walls. Kelly shares their story, and Anya reveals they were in a trophy room. The system malfunction freed them. She's unsure how long she's been here, maybe 20 or 30 years, and confirms that Robbie was born aboard the ship. Anya explains the invasion. Voyager 1 included a map to invite friendly aliens, but hostile ones found it instead. They abducted Earth's top military minds and linked human brains to their machines, freezing the soldiers for decades. The nightmares they experienced were simulated war games to learn humanity's tactics, which helped the aliens conquer Earth in weeks. The mental connection was two-way, allowing humans to pick up fragments of knowledge. Anya calls these gifts. This ship is transporting the spoils of war to their home planet. Robbie's father sabotaged the ship's reactor, causing the failures. Normally, Anya doesn't work with sleepers to survive, but her team died in the sabotage mission. Now she needs help. Her gift is the ability to sense and understand the aliens. She warns they're trying to repair the communication relay. If they succeed, Reinforcements will arrive, so they must stop them. The team rests, and Nash despairs, believing they'll never return home. Kelly looks at a photo of his daughter, realizing she'd be about 40 if she's still alive. Rhodey reflects on his own family. The group decides to fight. They plan with Anya, estimating 24 enemies left. The control center is on the top deck, the alien stronghold. They'll use the vents to sneak in, though detection is inevitable. Fortunately, Anya has explosives. The team splits. Rhodey and Kelly will distract while Nash and the women plant the bombs. Anya gives Kelly a stolen gauntlet that can generate a shield. Nash's group reaches the main chamber and observes from above. Meanwhile, Kelly and Rhodey find a bloody sensor and search for another. An alien receives the alert, prompting the guards to leave their post, allowing Nash's team to move in. As the women set up the charges, Kelly and Rhodey ambush the returning guards. Reinforcements arrive, and Kelly activates the shield as they fight. One alien uses a comrade as a shield and pushes forward. The soldiers retreat into another corridor. But an alien detects something on its gauntlet and redirects part of the team. Anya hears them coming and gets a warning from Kelly, but there's no time to escape. When Kelly enters the room, Rhodey locks him out and stays behind to hold the line. He empties his alien weapon, switches to his rifle, and throws himself into battle. An alien slams him into the wall and studies his face, but Rhodey drops 2 grenades, triggering an explosion that kills him and several aliens. The rest storm the chamber. The soldiers fire back. At first, they succeed until shielded enemies arrive. Anya tells Robbie to run and makes Nash promise to protect her. A massive alien shoots Anya. Robbie cries out, and Nash drags her away as Anya activates the detonator. The blast destroys the room, the device, and the alien reinforcements. In a corridor, Nash sees more enemies coming and hides Robbie in a hatch. He runs, yelling to lure them away. At a dead end, he sings Jax's song and opens fire. As he debates detonating his grenades, he changes his mind. He's going to survive. After silence falls, Robbie emerges and spots an alien. Meanwhile, Kelly stumbles into a chamber full of imprisoned humans. Before he can act, he's knocked out. He dreams of his daughter's happy life, then imagines aliens taking her too. He wakes in a cell beside Robbie, who tells him the others are gone. The aliens grab Kelly and strap him upside down to the strange table. One raises a blade, but then sees Nash hiding below. Nash shoots it dead. Together, the men fight through corridors, rescuing the prisoners. Nash grabs a laser gun and mows down incoming enemies. Once everyone's free, the group runs. Aliens give chase, and the trio takes cover and fights back. Low on ammo, Nash hurls a belt full of grenades while Kelly seals the door, blocking the blast. Nash slumps in relief, only to be stabbed through the chest. The alien leader arrives, and Kelly tells Robbie to run. He grabs a blade and challenges the beast. The alien beats him, slamming him into the ceiling and tossing his weapon. It then activates its shield and charges. Kelly dodges and counters until the alien rushes at him. He slams the door shut, slicing the creature in half. Kelly finds Robbie hiding, and together they emerge, to discover they're back on Earth, now reduced to a wasteland. And that's the end of Osiris 2025. A brutal alien abduction, a desperate fight for survival, and a final glimpse of a ruined Earth. Anya's sacrifice bought them a chance, but the real horror might just be what's waiting back home. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you'd survive an alien mothership. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.